Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. Again, I am so super exhausted because I am finally going to be able to relax tonight. I mean, I was complaining that I wasn't too happy when my friends almost ditched me on Wednesday and I didn't really have any plans and I ended up hanging out with my other friend. But I've been going nonstop since then and now I'm just really, really tired. Since, yeah, so work was absolutely slammed today because it was Labor Day and I didn't get out of work till almost 6:15 and I came in at 12. So I didn't technically take a break, but I didn't really have any time to. And then like the breaker wasn't even there because there was the person that was supposed to be a breaker got moved inside. So yeah, I'm finally back home. I didn't get to eat anything until like 6:30 because I had no time to eat at work. I did have a coffee and a water there though because at least I needed to stay a little bit hydrated to stay alive. But now I am just extremely tired. So, my boyfriend did offer to hang out today, like a couple of days ago, but I saw him offer. My boyfriend wanted to see me today after work. Not really though because he hasn't texted me since like 1 and I saw him for breakfast yesterday with my friends. So, like I said, that I didn't even feel like calling him to hang out because I am so tired that I was actually really happy that I could just go home. So, anyway, I primed my face with and actually my other friend asked me to hang out today too, and I was just like, nope, too tired. So I primed my face with the Smashbox Primer Water and the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I just went with a really natural makeup look today, but I also used a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to use from this certain collection for a while, and I finally used it today because I haven't used it in quite a long time, a couple months at least. So then I went in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the color 2 and mixed that with the Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. Then I concealed with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer a Light Warm. Now I remember. Sorry, now I remember why I wanted to go to the mall today, but I had to go to Target to get something. I had to get saline solution for my contacts. Because I keep on reusing like one of my contacts because I actually should have ordered contacts earlier than this, but I didn't order them until like a couple of days ago, and I've been reusing the same disposable ones the last couple of days, and I don't know how long you can use them for. I think it's only 2 to 3 days. So I think after today, if I don't get my contacts tomorrow, it's gonna kind of suck. But I don't work until tomorrow night, so hopefully I will have a new pair of contacts by tomorrow night. One of the contacts that I'm wearing is a new contact and the other one isn't, but I'm going to save both of them anyway because I'm going to need them for tomorrow regardless. Yeah, it just kind of sucks because it's kind of stupid that I'm doing it. But the reason why I wanted to go to the mall is to get the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops and the MAC Prep and Priming Radiant Rose because I haven't had that in a while either, but just didn't really feel like going, so it's crazy because of Labor Day. Like, we were absolutely slammed. It was nuts. I am so tired, and I had to close last night, so I am just exhausted. So, and I had to close this morning, so it's like 6 hours today and like 7 hours last night, so you don't think that's a lot, but when you're a server, it's a lot. So after that, I just went over everything with the MAC Marley Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. And then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Primer and then went over that with the same MAC powder. And then I went in with the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette today, the eyeshadow palette. And I used the shade Skimp in the crease just as a little bit of a transition shade. And then I used Stark. Then I darkened up the crease bar with Anaheim. Oh, sorry. And then I used Zone on the outer corners, and then I used Bath Water and Skimp on the lid. But I swear to God, like, this palette is not that pigmented at all. The crease shades are really nice, like the matte shades, but the other ones are just so hard to get any pigment out of that, like, you have to use Fix Plus in order to get anything on the lid. I mean, it stayed on the lid really nicely after you put it on. And it does end up being like a really natural eye, like my makeup looks pretty natural today. That's what I like this for, is because it's very subtle. So I do like that. But I just wish that the lid shade had a little bit more pigment. So you have to use like MAC Fix Plus in order to really get anything out of it. So anyway, and then I went in with blonde on the brow bone. Then I went in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top and bottom lashes. I kind of forgot to do a lower lash line color because I kind of had already put on the mascara, so I was just like, whatever, fuck it. So then I just concealed under my eyes with the Urban Decay Skin Concealer and Light Warm, and then set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Makeup Geek's Rapunzel, because when I tried to use blonde or anything from this, it didn't really show up, so I just went in with one of my Makeup Geek shadows, because I always know that's going to be looking really good. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea, and then I went in with the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani blush palette, which I prefer over this because that blush palette is bomb. It's just like so much more pigmented than these eyeshadows. I've always said I didn't really like this palette too much. It's a nice palette, and I like it for really natural days. Like today, I kind of really love how my makeup turned out, but it's just so hard to work with. But at least the end result is good. Sorry, I'm sipping on a mango black tea lemonade from Starbucks. I usually always drink the passion iced tea, but after work I did have to go to Target, so they have a Starbucks there, so I wanted to get a tea. So I went in with the shades OC and Lo-Fi on the cheeks, and they still look like they're there. I didn't even apply anymore, and the stain is like still there. Like it still has a really natural flush to the cheeks. That's why I love Urban Decay blushes. Like their blushes are bomb. Then I highlighted with the the Balm's Mary Luminizer, because I haven't used that in forever and I really wanted to use it today. It's so beautiful. I didn't re-highlight or put on my blush again at all because I'm just so over it. I'm just going to take it off after this. Then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder, and then I set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the Bite Beauty Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Strip Down. I actually filled them in with Strip Down because the lipstick I went over it with is very sheer. So I went in with the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani lipstick in the shade Ex-Girlfriend, because I've been wanting to do this whole Gwen Stefani look for like months. I think I only did it once before, and you guys know, ow, that was my bra strap, ow, that hurt. You guys know that I've been like so overwhelmed with lipsticks, but I really feel like I'm like catching up now, and I'm in like a good place with them, that I really wanted to wear it with this today. That's what I did. So yeah, that's it, bye. And I love how it looks. It's so pretty, and even though this lipstick is very sheer, it looks so pretty over a lip liner. That's why I know you shouldn't really just get a lipstick just to go over a lip liner, but the end result is very comfortable, and it looks like a gloss, but you don't have to worry about a stickiness of a gloss. It's a lipstick instead, and it looks really, really good. And yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. Sorry, I just was clearing my voice, so I did just work tonight. Again, I just did a really simple makeup look because I actually had to kind of rush my makeup today because my boyfriend was wanting to go out to lunch with me before work. So, of course, he always shows up earlier than he's supposed to and like makes me rush everything. Originally, I had told him to be here at 1 or 2 o'clock, and he showed up at 12:45 because even though when I'm on the phone, he says, you said 1 o'clock, he'll show up like 15 minutes before, and then it'll just like drive me crazy that I'll have like no time to do anything. But at least I had enough time to finish my face, but didn't really have any time for eyeliner or anything like that. But again, I've been kind of really into really simple makeup lately for work. Sometimes I just really don't care about eyeliner. So anyway, I just primed my face with the, because I ate, ugh. Wow, can I speak English? I sorry. I went out to lunch with him first before work, and then I went to work. I like went home for like an hour and a half and like laid down, and then I went to work. So I primed my face with the Smashbox Primer Water and the Stila One Step Corrector. Then I went in with the YSL Touche Cloud Foundation. Sorry, the color B10 Beige. I didn't even think I was going to have time to do like a little bit of makeup before I saw him because I thought I was just going to do a no makeup look and then spend like an hour or two out with him and then come back from being out and just do my makeup after I came home. But I'm kind of really pleased with how it turned out, so I don't really care. So I just went over it with, I didn't even mix it with an illuminator. I just went in with the foundation. It's one of my favorites. Just did it like kind of sloppily and then like tried to blend it out because I was like rushing. Then I went in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and like, whoa. Then I went over everything with the MAC Merlot Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour primer and then went over that with the same MAC powder. And then, of course, I went in with Makeup Geek's Peaches and Cream as my transition shade. And then I went in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette today. It really is becoming like one of my favorite palettes ever. I just freaking love it. So I went in with the shade Golden Ochre first. Then I darkened up the crease more with Burnt Orange. And then I just went in with a little bit of Raw Sienna on the outer corners, just to keep it really super natural today. And then I went in with Primavera on the lid. And then I highlighted the brow bone with Tempura. This is basically like my favorite neutral look to do with it. I like how it's like a warm-ish kind of crease, but not too warm. And it still like gives your eyes like a really pretty depth, which I really like. And then I went in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top. And then I concealed and highlighted under my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. It's still like the best under my eyes. It really does not settle into any fine lines and doesn't crease like the Kat Von D one does. It just stays the way it's supposed to basically all day. So still my favorite. And then I, of course, set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then I just didn't have time to do a lower lash line color again. So I just went in with the MAC Extended Play Cake Black Lash. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Vermeer from the same palette. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea, and then I went in with a Makeup Geek blush before and after I came home from going out to lunch, because before I went out to work, I just used Makeup Geek's Infatuation. But then for work, I wanted to go in with a little bit more of a pinkier blush because I was wearing more of like a pinky nude lip. So I wanted to go over it with the Makeup Geek blush in the shade Cherish, and I really like how it turned out, so it was really, really pretty. And then I highlighted with the Anastasia Illuminator in the shade So Hollywood because I just love using it with this look. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder, then I set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the Bite Beauty Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Liner in the shade Subculture. And then I filled them in, with the Too Faced Color Drenched Lipstick in the shade Naked Dolly because I've been trying to go hard with my older lipsticks. And I've been kind of really into more sheer lipsticks right now because after I wore Urban Decay's Native and I have been wearing these again, I kind of really like how they look. Not that they always go on like evenly in the center of the lips, but this one looked pretty good today. It didn't really give me many problems. And yeah, I've just been really into this look lately. I really have been more into sheer lipsticks than matte lipsticks, which is weird because I never usually go for like these types of colors. I like more like something more pigmented, but I mean I love this lipstick still. I mean I love like sheer lipstick still, but not like all the time. And when I wore like the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani lipstick yesterday, it was like really sheer and just really pretty. So sometimes I like a sheer wash of color. It doesn't always have to be like super pigmented. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Then yeah, I'm sorry. Before work, obviously I didn't wear this out. I wore a liquid lip. I just went in with the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick in the shade Cool Girl. I was kind of regretting that I used it though. I mean, I love it, but I think that I should have used more of a warm toned nude for the look that I was wearing. It still worked, But I wish I would have used like more of like Anastasia's like stripped or something like that. That's probably what I should have used because I was wearing like all Anastasia. But I just feel like I wear like so many of the same liquid lip nudes that I probably should have used just a different one, but whatever. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I'm actually doing something pretty exciting today. I originally didn't really have plans. I wasn't sure what I was doing. Then I just decided to hit up my best friend in the world, Liz, and I asked her, she asked me what I was doing today, and I was just like, basically nothing. And then she said, I'm just making small talk. I thought she was like going to ask me to do something, but she does live in Connecticut, so I did like tell her, I'm like, I could come there if you want me to. And she's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm off today and tomorrow. I might as well go visit you like I've been saying I will. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go take the ferry to see her in Connecticut, and I'm really excited because I can go stay over her house. Like, it's not like it's a big deal. Like, it's not too expensive. It's like $100 back and forth. But she's actually paying for one of my tickets. I'm only gonna be paying her for one, which is really nice. So it's like $50 for me. So it's gonna be awesome, and I'm really excited. So I did wear a Marilyn Monroe shirt today. I do leave for the ferry in about an hour and a half, which is fine for me. All I have to do is pack the rest of my stuff. I wanted to do my makeup first, so I didn't have to worry about doing that later. So, yeah, I prime my face with the Smashbox Primer Water and the Stila One Step Corrector. Then, since I wasn't sure how long I'm going to be keeping my makeup on for, I did use the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I just love it, so I used the color 0.5 and then mixed that with the Becca Skin Perfector and Champagne Pop. Then I concealed with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and Light Warm, and then I set everything with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Primer, and then actually went over them with the MAC Merlot Skin Finish Natural because I wasn't sure if I was using the IT Cosmetics or the MAC one, but I used the IT Cosmetics to set my face. And then, of course, I went in with Makeup Geek shadows. I went in with Cupcake first, then I darkened up the crease with Petal Pusher, and then I used ColourPop's Get Lucky on the lid. It's one of my favorite shades, and I just know that my ColourPop shades won't go anywhere on my lid, so I wanted to use that. And then I went in with Mirage and Vanilla Bean on the brow bone. Then I lined my eyes with the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Eyeliner in the shade Perversion, and then went over that a little bit with the Stila eyeliner in black, and then I went in with the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara on the top, and then I concealed and highlighted under my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and then set that with the Laura Mercier Stick Brightening Powder, and then I went in with the ColourPop Gel Liner in the shade Stomper on the lower lash line, and then I went in with the MAC Ascend Makeup Black Lash on the bottom lashes, and then I highlighted the inner corners with Makeup Geek's Foiled Shadow in Whimsical. I just know that these things work for me, and I know that I wanted to wear them with this outfit. I know I've been wearing these two eyeshadows in my crease like crazy this past spring and summer, but I really have been loving them. So Cupcake's like one of my favorite blushy shades like ever. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea, and then I went in with two Makeup Geek blushes today. I've been using them more often because they've just been out for me to use because I keep on wanting to reorganize my makeup since my aunt came here, and I just haven't had a chance to. So I just used two Makeup Geek blushes. I used the shades Cherish and Love Letter and mixed those together. They're just so pretty. And then I went in with the Makeup Geek highlighting palette by Kathleen Lights. Just wanted to make a Makeup Geek day. And I used the shade Starlight just because it's so beautiful. Then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. And I set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Oh, power went out for a second. Sorry. I was like, and then I filled them in with the Lime Crime. Oh, I primed my lips with the Bite Beauty Lip Primer. I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Soar, and then I filled them in with the Lime Crime Velveteen in the shade Marshmallow because it's gorgeous. I was going to wear a gloss over it, but I don't want to worry about touching up my lipstick a million times with a gloss over it. I might throw on ColourPop's Fairy Floss. I'll tell you that tomorrow if I do makeup tomorrow. I'm not sure. My friend wanted to go to the gym, so we might go to the gym together, and then we might do stuff after that. But I have to be on like a 6 or 7 o'clock ferry, so we will see. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow night. Bye. Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I don't really care if anything like came off or anything like that because I am too excited right now because I am waiting for Lady Gaga's new single to premiere on the radio. I'm listening to it live streaming right now, and it's supposed to premiere at 11 and it's like 10:56 right now. I got home just in time. I was just going to listen to it on the radio if I obviously wasn't able to be home for it because then I would have still been in like a car to listen to it. So I did just get home from Connecticut. Me and Liz had a great time together. We went out to bars last night and out to dinner. And today we went to this like Vietnamese food place, and then we went to the mall there. The mall's so pretty, and then we just watched like Sailor Moon and like a show, which is like one of our favorite shows together. Um, but yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna say my look really, really quickly. So I prime my face with the Smashbox Primer Water and the Stila One Step Corrector. I am very tired, and I don't care that my lip looks a little bit weird because I'm taking it off. And then I went in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. That's the only foundation I brought with me because I really wanted to make sure that my makeup lasted all day. So I've been wearing my makeup since like 1 or 2 p.m. So it's almost 11. My makeup doesn't look that good today, but whatever. I'm like makeup. Then I concealed with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm, and then I set everything with the MAC Merlin Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Primer, and then went over that with the same MAC powder. Then I went in with a couple of Makeup Geek shadows today. I went in with Daydreamer first, then I darkened up the crease more with Masquerade, and then I went in with Caitlin Rose on the outer corners, and then I went in with the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette on my lid, and I used the shade Vega. Those are like the only things I brought with me was my Makeup Geek shadows like I usually do, and the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette because I want to make it a point for me to use it a little bit more this month. But the eyeshadows kind of fade after a while, so it didn't really last too long. My eyeshadow kind of faded, but whatever. And then I went in with Makeup Geek's Vanilla Bean on the brow bone. I have to tweeze my eyebrows yet again because the more you tweeze them, I feel like the less they grow back. It's like the more they grow back. It's like a pain in the ass. Then I line my eyes with the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Eyeliner in the shade Perversion. And then I went in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top. And then I concealed under my eyes with the Urban Decay Skin Concealer. And then set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Then I lined my waterline with the ColourPop Gel Liner in the shade Stomper. And then I highlighted the inner corners with the Makeup Geek shadow in the shade Blacklight. Actually, my lipstick looks pretty normal in person, so yeah. It just looks a little weird on camera for some reason around here. Oh my god, I need to finish. Then I went in with the MAC Cinnaplay Makeup Black Lash on the bottom lashes. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. Then I went in with the Clinique Blush Cheek Pop in the shade Pansy Pop. It basically faded, but whatever. And then I highlighted with the Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit in the shades Blue Ice and Blue Moon and something ice. I don't know. Those two shades. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. And then I set everything with the Urban Decay Makeup Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel. And then set that with Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the By Beauty Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Lumiere. And then I filled them in with the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Lumiere. And I gotta go, because Lumiere 2. Lumiere 2, sorry, there's commercials playing, because I cannot miss this song. So bye! Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you really quickly about my simple makeup look for today. As you guys know, my boyfriend doesn't like me wearing a lot of makeup, so I just wore like something to even out my skin tone and stuff. So I am running late going to his house, so I'm going to leave like in 2 minutes. I'm just going to go through it really, really quickly. So I did prime my face with a new primer today. I haven't used it because I was just like scared to use it. I don't know why, but I finally decided to try it out today. I used a sample of the Smashbox Primer Oil, and I love it so far. I'm not sure how it's going to hold up with foundation because I just used it with tinted moisturizer today. Just something to even out my skin tone. Didn't really want to wear anything too heavy because I did do a full beat yesterday and the day before. I was just like, I just want something a little bit more chill today. So I just did no eye makeup, and then I went in with the NARS Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Light 01 Finland and the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair just to conceal and highlight. And then I set everything with with the MAC Merlin Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium, and then I went in with the concealer on my eyes and under my eyes, and just set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder on the top and bottom. Then I went in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top, and the MAC Ascendant Play Giga Black Lash on the bottom, and then I highlighted the inner corners with MAC's Nylon. It's just my favorite, so I just use it all the time. Then I just bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea, and then I went in with the Clinique Cheek Pop blush in the shade Nude Pop. I haven't used it in like forever, so I really wanted to use it today. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder, and then I started everything with Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the Bite Beauty Lip Primer, then I lined them with the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip Liner in the shade 1C, and then I filled them in with the NARS Lip Cover in the shade Get Dirty. I'm obsessed with this thing. It's so beautiful. I wasn't sure what lip to wear today, and then when I put this on, I was like so happy that I chose it because it's just so beautiful. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So bye! Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look really quickly today because I am about to take it off because I just got home from work and I'm going to go see my boyfriend, so I usually just take it off to go to his house. So I prime my face with the Smashbox Primer Water and the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer and the Smoothing Primer and then the Nourishing Primer on my nose. Then I went in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Foundation in the color Fair Light or whatever, I don't even remember the color. It's the lightest color in the collection of shades. And mix that with the Becca Shimmy Skin Perfector and Champagne Pop. Then I concealed with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Fair. I felt like the coverage was a little bit too much for the foundation though, but then of course everything evens out by the time I'm done with my makeup, so it looked fine. And then I went over everything with the MAC Merlin Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Primer. And I went over that with the same MAC powder. Sorry, I'm so tired. And then I went in with this MAC Warm palette today, this 15 pan palette, because I haven't used it in a while. I'm sorry. And I kind of just threw like a few of the lighter shades into the crease. I kind of just mixed all 4 of these shades together and just put those in the crease. So those are the shades Hey, Warm Breeze, Brulee, and Vanilla Extract. So I used those 4 shades just to give it a little bit of color, and then I wanted to concentrate more on like the outer corners and darken up the crease. So I used this shade in the crease, and the shade is called Dark Brew. And I used, Dare to the Dark on the outer corners, and then I used this pink shade on the lid because I wanted to use this pink lipstick by MAC, so I wanted to make sure I used a pink lid shade. So I used the shade what color is that? That is the shade Ginger Snap. This color right here. It's so pretty. And that's it from the palette basically. And then the inner corners, I used this shade right here, which is called, that one is called Honey Lust. So I did use about 6 or 7 shades. Then I went in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top and concealed and highlighted under my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and then set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Running Powder. Then I went in with the MAC Ascendant Play Giga Black Lash on the bottom lashes. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter. And then I went in with the Clinique Cheek Pop in the shade Pink Pop because I haven't used it in like forever, and I thought it just looked so pretty with this look today. So, and then I highlighted. It would take me so much less time to get through these things if I wasn't yawning the whole time. With the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Skin Celestial Highlighter in the shade Starlight. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. And then I started everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the Bite Beauty Lip Primer. Then I lined them entirely with the MAC lip pencil in the shade Soar, and then I filled them in with the MAC lipstick in the shade Cream Cup, one of the cream sheens. It's so beautiful, and look how much I've used of it. So I'm hoping to put a substantial dent in this and blankety at some point, but I wanted to make sure I wear a MAC lipstick today. And that was pretty much it. It's just so pretty on the lips, like so gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of Urban Decay's Native, but much more pink. Like this is basically like a true pink color. It's so beautiful. And that's it. Bye. Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I did decide to go with an all matte eye today, but I did have some problems with my makeup today with eyeliner and stuff like that, but we'll get into that soon. So I did just work tonight, and I really wanted to wear this gray lip with my makeup, so I wanted to make sure that the eyes matched. So I just did a matte eye. Basically, the eyeliner kind of faded though, and that kind of pisses me off, but whatever, we're just going to get into it. So I primed my face with the Smashbox Primer Water, and then the Smashbox, I'm sorry, for the primer. Then I went in with the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation, Argan Oil Vibrancy Foundation, in the color 0.5 Dynamic, I believe is the shade. I haven't used it in forever, and it actually looked really good today on my skin. Like, it didn't feel drying. It looked nice and flawless, honestly. I think it looked really good today. So I'm probably going to wear this more often now. I think because my skin looks a little bit better than it did a couple of days ago because it was breaking out a little bit. But since my skin looks a lot better now, this foundation looks much better when you don't have like any breakouts. I mean, all foundations do, but I feel like this foundation looks a lot smoother when your skin is doing a lot better. Because sometimes it can look extremely cakey and shiny, and then sometimes it can look really natural and flawless. So today it looks really natural and flawless. So I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with this foundation. Because sometimes it looks good and sometimes it just looks weird. So yeah, anyway, then I mixed that with the Becca Shimmy Skin Perfector and Champagne Pop. I just think it looked really, really good today. So no complaints here. It doesn't really add much of a glow to my face. It kind of looks a little bit flat as compared to other foundations. So yeah, then I concealed with the Maybelline Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color Fair. And then I started everything with the MAC Merlot Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. I actually did get a compliment on my makeup today. I mean, usually I do. I'm not tooting my own horn, but a lot of people do compliment my makeup at work. And today, one of the guys complimented my makeup. He's one of the hosts there, and he's like, your makeup always looks so nice. It always looks like perfectly set. And I was like, that's actually a huge compliment because then I don't look powdery. And I guess setting my makeup really helps because I don't really look shiny right now. I just look healthy and dewy. So I like that. So that actually a lot to be sorry. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour primer and then went over that with the same MAC powder. Then, of course, I went in with Makeup Geek Speeches and Cream as my transition shade. And then I went in with the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette today because I kind of wanted to use like a couple of the gray shades in this palette to go with the lip that I was wearing. So I did use quite a few shades from here. I was going to use the Natural Eyes palette, but I was like, you know what, let me bust this palette out because I haven't used it in a while. So I used Almond Truffle and Cashew Chew in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Mocha. And then I used Dark Truffle on the outer corners. And then I used this shade Pecan Praline on the lid for the first time. It really doesn't show up anymore because I kind of screwed up putting on my eyeliner and my eyeliner ended up transferring to my crease. So I had to fix the crease again. So I was more worried about fixing the crease than fixing the lid shade because it looked like a hot mess because it was like one dot right here. I'll tell you why that happened in a minute, and then I just popped Divinity on the brow bone. And then I lined my eyes with the Too Faced sketch marker, but honestly, I kind of don't like those anymore because they're so streaky to apply. So now every time I'm doing eyeliner, I have to go in with a liquid liner. So I'm just going to try and use my mini samples of the Kat Von D's that I have. Because I really need to go out and get new liners because my Stila ones are actually completely dried out. Which is fine. I've had the Stila ones for a while, like at least 5 or 6 months. And they're dried out now. And that's how long it takes for them to dry out anyway. But, and those are always good. But I'm probably going to have to go get new Kat Von D ones because my, I'm about to yawn again, so let's just get through this makeup look. So then I went over it with the Urban Decay Razor Shop eyeliner in the shade Demolition, but then like I said, it ended up coming off on my crease. That's the problem about using a liquid eyeliner. Like, I don't have the time for that for work. So yeah, I'm just gonna do no eyeliner tomorrow. Then I went in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top, and then I smudged Cashew True and Almond Truffle on the lower lash line. But my eyes were tearing a little bit, so my concealer did crease, but I did use the Maybelline Fit Me under my eyes. And then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and then I highlighted the inner corners with satin sheets. And then I went in with the MAC Like Black Lash on the bottom lashes. Then I bronzed up the skin with the NARS Laguna bronzer, and then I went in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush. Sorry, in the shade Mood Exposure. I was going to go in with a different blush, but I think this looked awesome, so I just decided to keep this. And then I went in with the NARS highlighter in the shade Hot Sand. It's the Hot Sands duo. So I used the bronzer and the highlighter from there. I love this highlighter. It's so beautiful. Then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I set everything with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel. And then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the Bite Beauty Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Subculture. And then I filled them in with the Lime Crime Velveteen in the shade Cashmere. I love this Velveteen. It's amazing. It's so comfortable. And it just sets right away. You don't have to worry about anything transferring off of your lips. It's just one of the best ones that I have. I freaking love it. I just love it like so much. And yeah, I'm really glad I wore it today because I haven't worn it in forever. It's kind of starting to smell a little bit though because it's actually old. So I'm probably going to have to reorder a couple of my Lime Crime Velveteen soon. But I think the makeup actually turned out pretty well today despite all the makeup mistakes. And yeah, that's it. Bye!